What's going on, guys? I want you to check this out because this is what happened this week. This is from CNBC. We have S&P 500 notches its best day since 2022 as Wall Street claws its way back from Monday's rout. Okay, so S&P 500, the overall market, had its best trading day since 2022, not 2023, 2022, and that was just a couple days ago. Now, in that last video that I did, I told you guys the S&P 500 will have its greatest trading day this year. And that was in the midst of a lot of panic. That was in the midst of Warren Buffett cutting its Apple position in half. That was in the midst of Nvidia crashing. That was in the midst of people saying that the tech stock, the whole market is down, won't recover. The euphoria that we'd experienced in 2022 was over. But I told you guys the truth and what's exactly going to happen, and that is the market is going to print its best day. You already know if I'm going to speak about it, I'm going to take advantage of it. Okay, so I want you guys to check this out. This was a trade that I took based on that very simple idea that I told you guys that the market is going to go higher. Okay, so this trade that I took netted me $4,000 in profit, pretty much 24 hours. The contracts, I'm using options, okay, went up almost 100%. It's as simple as that. And that is just based off the information that I gave you guys in that last video. Took that information, printed money with it. What I want is for you guys to do this too. I want you to get to a level where you're able to do this. You're able to go into the market, spot these things, identify what's really going on when a lot of people are talking things that aren't true, and generate this type of return for yourselves. Okay, so guys, if you want to be able to do this, make sure you tap into the Patreon, right? All the information of this trade, how I got into it, all the information around it is inside the Patreon. So you want to make sure that you're in there so that you have the information to do this for yourselves. And that's what I want. That is the goal. I want an army of people who are able to go in and print these types of returns, this type of money for themselves. It's very, very easy to do so, because once you're able to spot these things, identify these things, you do it for the rest of your lives, guys. It's as simple as that. It's as easy as that. So make sure you tap into the Patreon. The link for that is down below. Okay. So market had its best trading day since 2022. What is coming next in the market? We're going to talk about that, guys. We'll talk about exactly what's coming next in these markets. Okay. So right now here, I've got the NASDAQ, which is a very good thing to look at. To base your judgment, to base your initial decisions on where the market is going. And really what you want to pay attention to is we have this 5-wave formation. Okay, so markets repeat themselves. Markets have been around for about 100 years, and there's been patterns that have just repeated itself over and over and over again, and they'll continue to do so. So we have what we call this 5-wave formation. And you can see that that's the first wave, the second wave, the third, the fourth, and the fifth. Normally when we get these 5 waves and then the completion of that 5th wave, the reversal is nothing but spectacular. Okay, so even though the market has gone ahead and printed its best day, there is still more to come. I told you guys, the lowest point in the market is already in. The market is going to see a lot of upside from here. So even though we had the market printing its greatest day since 2022, that is only the start of what is to come. There is a lot more upside. And the general consensus out there in the markets for most people is that things are negative. Okay, it's easy to find that out. Just go into forums, just type in stock market into Google, see what the press releases are, see what the journalists are saying about the markets. It's a lot of negative stuff. The hedge fund managers, a lot of negative stuff. But the market's still very strong, and you can see that from a couple of these earnings prints. If you look at Uber, printed really good earnings. It kind of got drowned out in the noise that was going on in the markets. Look at Palantir, printed very good earnings. We've got Nvidia's earnings coming up in only a couple of weeks' time. There's no reason why they shouldn't follow suit. We've had Google, Microsoft, all these guys, Amazon, they've printed good earnings, good numbers, right? The market is looking good. The economy is looking good. That means that there is a lot of upside for the markets from here. So I'm expecting the markets to push much higher. So if you see there's this purple little line here, you can see that the market's trying to poke its head above that. Once it gets that confirmation move above that purple line, you're going to see a lot of upside. Okay. And people aren't going to believe the upside. They're going to be very late to this move in the markets. But if you take this advice, you can do very, very well for yourselves. Okay. What are going to be some of the names that are going to carry the markets moving forward? Well, it's very easy. We don't have to think too hard about it. If we go to Microsoft, for example, look at the Microsoft chart, you can see that it's starting to make that reversal. Okay, it's starting to make that reversal in line with what I just showed you guys. We bounced off a key area of support around that 390 line. That should definitely hold in. You're going to see this thing push much, much higher. There's a lot of pent up momentum in this one that's just been building as the market has been falling. So that means that there's a lot of upside here. Okay, that's a name that can go much higher than where it currently is. We're seeing that turning point. We've just seen that turning point over the last couple of days. You get some pretty big price prints on this one. Okay. Again, you don't have to think too hard about it. We just go to a name like Google. Okay. Names that have been carrying the market for the first half of the year are the ones that are going to carry the markets into the second half of the year. So that Google dropped in just to fill that gap around $157. Again, completed this 5-way formation. You can see this thing move much higher. There's a lot more room, much more upside in a name like Google as well. Okay, you can see this thing climb right back into the 180s this year. Okay, a little bit of choppiness, a little bit of volatility to be expected, but you can see this thing move much higher. As it moves much higher, it's an opportunity for you guys to take advantage of that rise. Use the options market. Okay, we have what we call call options in the options market, where you can double, triple whatever you're putting in based on these moves that we're going to see. All right, that profit screenshot that I showed you guys at the beginning, it's very simple. I just did that with a call option on the market. It's very simple to do. I want you guys to do that. Okay. Every day is an opportunity to make money in the markets. You just have to have the right information, use the right tools, blend the two. You can do very well for yourselves. It's as simple as that. Okay. There's no need to overcomplicate it. The markets are a very simple game. People kind of overcomplicate it, add too many layers to it, think too hard about it. I just want to simplify it for you guys, make it very easy for you to come in, understand what's going on, take the positions, close out, make your money, and come back the next day. It's as easy as that. Okay, so guys, that's it. That's the video for today. Market has got a lot more room to go higher once we see it make that true confirmation above that little bit of resistance that we have come into. It's a lot more upside. All right, so I want you guys definitely taking advantage of it. Make sure you tap into the Patreon link down below. You're gonna get a lot of information about how to actually go ahead and analyze these markets properly, enter the right types of trades, close out of them profitably, and repeat that cycle, okay, over and over again. That's what I want for you guys. So I'll catch you guys in the next video.